Hi there, and welcome to a quick tutoring video from Media's Tutor, and this time looking at America 1918-941 for the Edexcel iGCSE, and we're going to be looking at question 3 and look at how to use the two sources and the interpretation together for that big question at the end of your exam topic. In this video we're going to work towards some skills for question 3. The topic will be on immigration in the 1920s, so do revise your knowledge on that. You'll need a little bit of contextual knowledge and understanding. So you can look at my videos, my revision guide on immigration and some of the issues around that in 1920s America. We'll have a quick quiz in a moment. Then we'll talk through how to answer the question correctly, step by step. I'll tutor you through how to be successful so you have confidence and the skills ready for your exam. Now, let's go and have a quiz on immigration in the 1920s. Okay, so here's 10 questions for your quick quiz on immigration in the 1920s. So you use my revision videos, use my revision guide to help you. Maybe revise it all first and come back to answer these, or you can use it step by step to help you revise your knowledge. So pause me now and give it a go, and then we'll go through the answers. Okay, question number 1. How many immigrants arrived from Italy in the years 1901 to 1910? So 3 million. And as you might be aware, there were certain types of immigrants that people were not so happy with, and the Catholic immigrants and people more from Eastern Europe, people were not so happy with. America being more of a Western Europe migration or Protestant migration, and they weren't so happy with Italians and Polish people arriving. Question number 2. Give 2 push factors of life in Europe. So people were pushed out of Europe because of poor living standards, lack of opportunity, lack of land, and some religious groups like Jewish people being persecuted. Question number 3. Give 2 pull factors of life in America. So this idea of better living standards through the American dream, more opportunities, more land, and as already noted, the American dream, of course. Question number 4. Name the secret society of white Protestants that was against immigration. So the KKK, Ku Klux Klan, was emerging in the 1920s. Why do people fear Russian immigrants after 1917? So they thought all of them were communists, of course, after the Communist Revolution. They thought they were going to cause all sorts of chaos and communism revolution in America. Number 6. How many words did an immigrant have to read in the 1917 immigration test? So 40. So immigration tests started to come in, try and stop migrants coming in to America, closing the borders down. Some of them were quite light touch to start with, and then they got more extreme. Number 7, what was the quota for immigrants by 1924? So 150,000 a year. As I said, the laws got more strict. And how many people were on strike in 1919? 400,000. Now, why have I got a question in there? Well, we want to start thinking about how the fact that immigrants are driving down wages, creating competition with jobs, and American workers aren't very happy. Then the 2 people that led actions against communists in the Red Scare, so we've got J. Edgar Hoover and Mitchell Palmer with the Palmer raids. So they're worried about migrants causing problems with the potential communist revolution and all those strikes developing as well. Get the idea of the Red Scare. Question number 10. Name the 2 immigrants executed for robbery and murder after the murder at the shoe factory, were Sacco and Vanzetti, so showing this negative bias towards migrants, that they're perhaps all criminals. Okay, so let's now consider the success criteria for this question, how we should answer the question. So you're given a lot of information. So you've got question 3, and the wording will say the exact same ideas at the start, and it will have obviously a different topic in there. It says extract C suggests that immigrants had a positive impact on life in America and became useful citizens. How far do you agree with this interpretation? Use extract C, source A and B, and your own knowledge to explain your answer, and it's 16 marks. So there we get the extracts, and it has a little bit of provenance and the content in there. And the same with the sources. Now remember, you'd have already looked at the sources, you'd already read them and done the how similar questions, so you'll have a good understanding of the sources by the time you get to this stage. So let's have a think then about the success criteria for this question. So what skills do you think we need to put into place to get towards 16 marks? There's lots of information there in the question. Look over that question and list some ideas now to make up your success criteria, your mark scheme. What do you think the examiner expects you to do? Pause now and have a think about that. Okay, so you've got some ideas? Well, here's my ideas then. So I've said, firstly, you need to make sure you have the main messages from extract C about whether it's a positive impact of migrants or not. Then we need to be aware of what sources A and B are saying. Do they have views that are for or against immigration? And supporting the ideas in extract C, of course, as well. We can use the sources together in our answer to make sure we're ticking them off as we go through our answer, and I'll show you how to do that shortly. Of course, we can use our knowledge as well. It says your own knowledge in the question to help us explain our answers. We should organise in P or paragraphs based around the ideas of positive impact or not positive impact and the ideas of extract C. Again, like in question 2, we could probably use the provenance of the sources to help us assess things as well. Do they have an overly positive or negative tone based on who made the sources? And finally, we need to conclude our view and come up with our ideas of partly or mostly supporting the statement with a reason why. Okay, so let's now plan our ideas. So have a look at extract C. Start to annotate ideas around it. Label the message it's got about immigrants. Did they have a positive impact on life in America? What does it think? Give your ideas. Might have some negatives, might have some positives in there. Label your ideas around it. So pause now and do that part of the activity. Okay, so here's what I've said. So firstly, I've said that immigrants are seen as good citizens in the extract and have adapted to American ways of life. And secondly, it says immigration laws show that America discriminates against immigrants. So it has a very positive attitude towards this. As Clancy, who's the writer, is a Republican who's celebrating the greatness of American boom in the 1920s, of course. Now we've got those views from the extract. Let's start thinking about what the sources have got to say. We find ways the sources do and do not support the views. So we've got the idea in extract C, that's a very positive view of American immigration and all these immigrants coming into America as per the statement in the question. Let's see how source A and B support or don't support this. So pause me now and come up with some ideas. You can fill in the table in the revision guide, or if you don't have the revision guide, make a little table of ways A and B agree and disagree with those ideas. Okay, so here's my ideas. I've got sources agreeing, firstly, with statement 1. Immigration leads to these good citizens who come in adapted to American ways of life. So they both agree and suggest that immigrants are good to American way of life. B argues they are good for education in each state. A argues that USA is now full and gives no negatives of immigrants to society, but doesn't want any more. So they've already come in and made America great, perhaps. While sources might disagree with that statement, source A suggests tension will increase as resources like land and jobs run out as the USA becomes too populated. Source B differs as it only argues positives for the economy, with immigration leading to states improving. However, we could use the provenance of the source to start questioning that. Then, second idea of the viewpoint was that immigration laws showed that America discriminates against immigrants. Maybe that suggestion of it, things being unfair. So what about the sources agreeing with that? So source A wants to shut the door to immigrants, whereas source B recognises there has been a lot of historical immigration, therefore both together suggest there's a lot of immigration, and therefore source A thinks America is full. So both of them are suggesting there is this fullness to America, and that might lead to this negativity of immigration. And then the ways that sources might disagree with that second viewpoint, source A clearly has a negative view of immigration, supports the USA is full, leading to the laws. So the shut the door speech is really important in leading to the immigration laws in America. So in fact, it is from the Congress debate demanding the immigration controls, as I said. So source B believes the USA will be weakened by immigration controls, so they clearly have a disagreement there. Okay, finally in our preparation, we might want to consider what contextual knowledge we have to help us. So in the exam, you might be wondering, well, how am I going to do all this? Well, you can just list some simple ideas around the extracts and sources, of course, can't you? And just sort of write around them in your few minutes of preparation before we start writing. In a revision guide, an activity like this, of course, we can do it in a more structured way, take our time, have a good think about it. So now think of some of the contextual knowledge. Look through your revision guide, look through the revision videos, look through your notes. What sort of knowledge might help us back up this idea? Knowledge that supports the idea and knowledge that's against the idea. Pause me now and have a think. Okay, so here's what I've come up with. So we've got the first viewpoint again, that immigrants are good citizens. And the knowledge supporting this, of course, is the famous idea of America being the melting pot and how all different groups contributed to making America the great nation it was in the 1920s. Also, America had industrialised and grown rapidly with support of immigration, providing cheap labour and all the work they did. There is a however to this. With our knowledge, we know that crime develops from immigrant communities. We talk about things like Al Capone and the Sacco Vanzetti trial, suggesting that immigrants are linked to criminality. Many groups arrived and did not join wider American life. So Little Italy, for instance, people didn't necessarily join in. There was a segregation in America to some extent. Of course, racial tension developed, the KKK growth, the Red Summer. These suggest a racial and cultural difference and violence developing. The last bit of planning then. The second immigration idea was that immigration laws showed America discriminates against immigrants. So America has a negative attitude towards something that's perfectly positive. So knowledge that might support that, well, there was the 917 immigration law to read 40 words in English, quotas that developed 921, 924 as well supports all that. Immigrants are perfectly good, but America seems to have a negative attitude. Knowledge supports that. Knowledge against that, well, the Thatcher and Vanessa trial showed people did not agree with law courts and laws. They were unhappy at their treatment. They thought they might have been innocent and treated really badly, and there were strikes and protests about it, suggesting that not everyone was anti-immigration. Okay, so you might well be wondering, how do we answer this question? How do we structure our answer? So we still use a simple peel paragraph like we do in other videos of mine. We're going to repeat the question back with a simple point and set up an argument. Firstly, the view that immigration had a positive impact is somewhat or mostly correct because choose how much you think is correct and give a reason why. Give your evidence. For example, the extract says this. Then similarly, discuss the sources. The sources say this. You can try and use both sources together, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then explain. This means the view is correct or not correct about the impact of immigration because, and of course we can do an evaluative link to do a furthermore or however at the end to develop a bit more detail and analysis. So let's talk through the first paragraph together, and then you can have a go at some other ideas and then see example answers after you've had a practice. So let's do an opening sentence together. So you can have a think about this. You can write alongside as we go, have a think about each part. Okay, let's make our first point then. So firstly, the view that immigration has a positive impact is somewhat correct because. So let's go with a somewhat to start with. Think about ways in which it's correct to start with, and then maybe not so correct towards the end of the paragraph. You use a however at the end. So think about a way that you think it might be correct as an opening argument. Pause me now and give an idea just to finish that first sentence. Okay, so I've said firstly the view that immigration had a positive impact and somewhat correct because immigrants had helped America develop, helped build America, helped America develop. It's some of the ideas you get in the extract. Now let's use the extract and sources together to back this up. So for example, the extract says, so give us a short little quote about what the extract says or a suggestion. See if you can use sources A and B together to back up this idea. A simple little quote or summary of the sources and how they might support that idea. We have picked out some of those ideas in our plans. Supporting now, come up with some ideas. Okay, so here's what I said. So I said, for example, the extract says that immigrants were good citizens that had a positive impact on the American way of life. So you could suggest that a bit further, they are helping to build America, this positive impact they have. Similarly, A and B support the view as source A argues there was no historical problem with immigration and argues, despite its negative tone, USA is now full, and source B argues immigrants had helped the education and economy in all areas they settled. So, suggesting they're helping life. A has this negative tone because they want to end immigration, of course, but they're still saying that there's no arguments about negativity in the past about migrants. You can use that idea. Then we need to explain. This means the view is correct about the positive impact of immigration because you can use a little bit of our knowledge and understanding to explain this. So pause now and see if you can come up with one or two sentences to explain with your understanding of the sources, the extract, and your knowledge about trying to make a convincing argument that yes, this idea of helping to build America is correct. Okay, so I've just given a simple sentence. I've said this means the view is correct about the positive impact of immigration because immigrants historically provided the melting pot to help the industry and culture of America develop. So that melting pot idea we had earlier. Now, I said we'd do a however, the view is only somewhat correct as and give a negative of it. So can you think about a way in which this is negative, however they have not helped, or historically there's been problems? You could talk about, well, we talked about earlier, didn't we? Criminality, for instance, would be historical problems with migration and not always helped America. Some people have not joined very well in America. So think about that, how you'd talk about that bit now. Pause now and give a however with your knowledge. You can use the sources and extract again if you like. Away you go. Okay, so I've said, however, the view is only somewhat correct as not all immigrants have been good citizens or well integrated. For example, Italian migrants are not always integrated, as the idea of Little Italy forms, and Italians have also developed organised crime groups, famously Al Capone. This means as the population of the USA has increased with non-Protestant migrants, more crime and less integration has developed. Okay, let's work through some paragraphs now for you a bit more independently. So you've seen how we can structure our paragraphs. Let's have an idea now of a negative. So let's do a however immigration and this positive idea is not so correct in what the extract's saying. Maybe the sources don't quite agree and your knowledge doesn't quite agree. So perhaps we could talk about how there are negative attitudes towards immigrants by the 1920s. The laws are negative and that doesn't really support the idea in the extract. So have a go at a paragraph now about how groups like the KKK and the laws and the anti-immigration feelings in the 1920s doesn't really support this idea. So you've got the writing frame there, you've got lots of ideas planned, so pause you now and give this a go. There's my idea. So I said, however, the view that immigration had a positive impact is only somewhat correct because laws and restrictions towards immigration had developed. For example, the extract recognises this by stressing that immigration laws had increased discrimination in America. Similarly, source A states that America must shut the door, whilst source B recognises there has been a lot of historical immigration to build in America, so it's getting full. This means the view that immigration had a positive impact is not correct because division developed in America as the population increased. In the years before 1914, over 6 million Russian and Eastern Europeans arrived, leading to fears that communists, revolutionaries and Catholic radicals had flooded into America. This meant that in 1917, immigrant had to read 40 words in English, and by 1921, USA was only going to allow 350,000 immigrants into America. Furthermore, discrimination and tension developed as the KKK rose to an organisation of 5 million people. They demanded an end to immigration and immigration controls to be increased. This showed immigration was not uniting America and was no longer positive. It's all about another paragraph then. We could now try and do a final paragraph about how there is a positive to make sure we've ticked all those boxes if we've got time. We have sorted on a yes argument and no argument. The third paragraph is going to be a sort of if you've got time scenario, checking the clock if you've got 5 minutes for a quick another paragraph and then a short conclusion. So in this one, we could talk about the point we raised earlier, that actually there seems to be a negative attitude and discrimination towards immigrants, but actually immigrants did a lot of work for America. So you could explain that kind of idea. So you've got the writing frame there. So pause you now and see if you can come up with a paragraph about this. Do add a little conclusion as well to your idea. Okay, so here's what I've said. So finally, the view that immigration had a positive impact is mostly correct because America has developed a negative view towards immigrants despite their positive impact. So for example, the extract says that immigration laws showed America discriminates against immigrants. Source A clearly shows this as it is the shut the door speech arguing to control immigration without giving historical arguments against immigration. So I've actually used the provenance of that source there, so that might be a useful skill to make sure you're trying to achieve. Whereas source B argues immigration has historically advanced America. This means that the view is correct about the positive impact of immigration because immigrants had helped to build America and make it great. They've been the cheap labour in the past, making the railways. Now they were the cheap labour, helping to make cheap cars for everyone on the Ford assembly line. Cheap labour is important to make the country great. So in conclusion, the view that immigration was positive is only somewhat correct, as by the 1920s there was a significant amount of people thinking America was full, concerned by organised crime and the increasing problems. This is shown by the shut the door speech and the rise of groups like the KKK. Good, I hope you found it useful and you've managed to develop your skills a bit there with the question 3 question. Bit of a tough ask at the end of a busy exam to do that big question. If you found it useful, do take a look at my playlist. Lots of other videos there about how to answer questions and also to revise your knowledge, and do take a look at my revision guide as well. Okay, I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye for now.